Hey, what's up? Welcome to DGenEd. That's degenerative education, meaning none of this is financial advice. Just me having fun looking at charts like the chart behind me, which is of Alibaba, ticker symbol BABA. And I am recording this on Monday, May 13th during market hours. And the current price of Alibaba is right around $84.40, being up about 5.5% today so far. And so the reason why I wanted to go over Baba is because they report earnings tomorrow morning. So that's May 14th at 7:30 a.m. Eastern. And I will be streaming that. So make sure you tune into it. But if you can't make it, I will also be posting an edited version of it after. If there is any Chinese, which I imagine there will be, I will edit that out and only include the English translations. So it'll be a little bit more efficient for you to get the info if you don't understand Chinese like I don't. But yeah, it should be a pretty interesting earnings call. And also looking at the chart, it's looking pretty impressive, like we have broken out of this massive falling wedge. I've talked about this in a number of videos, right around here. And it didn't seem to really break out until just recently. Let's see, on April 19th. Really, that being the last time we were in the wedge, breaking out on the 22nd. So, we can see from there, price has gone up since breaking out of about 22%. But it does look like it is coming to a pretty key level here, right around $84.75, that being the low hit on November 15th before this gap down. But really, in order to fill that gap properly, we want to be looking at the closing price from that day, and that would be at a price of $85.92, so right around $86. So quite possible, since there has been a pretty big run-up before earnings, it's possible there will be a sell-off after, if it's been priced in. Maybe if that is the case, which I don't necessarily think it is, but if that is the case, I do think we could be returning to right around these uptrending levels. Maybe they're significant, maybe they're not, but returning to those lines will be coming down to a price right around $75 a share. And if I do throw up the volume profile, we can see a pretty pronounced volume shelf right around there. So I do think a lot of support would be found if price does pull back, and that could represent a great dip buying opportunity. Because of all this consolidation over here, we do have a volume shelf that will be acting as support. But if price does go higher after earnings, where might it go to? I think it could go back to these highs here right around $120, quite possible, or maybe the highs over here around $100. But I think a good way to get an idea of where price could be going is if we do a Fibonacci retracement, just approximate from the highs there down to the lows. And so we can see all of these nice levels. And so yeah, the 618 is right around $100 a share, corresponding with the top here as well as the top here. So I do think we could be seeing some resistance around there if price does continue higher. And from current price, that would represent an upside move of about 17 or 18%. I do think it is possible, it could go higher than that, maybe getting up to the 786 around 108. But, I do think it's good to take it one level at a time. And the next level here is the 382. That is right around $87. And then, while I'm at it, the 50% level is at 93. And that does look like, it corresponds with the top over here hit in June of last year. So maybe there's something there. Throwing up the volume profile on this time frame with all the price action here, it looks like this volume shelf really starts to dissipate around, $100 to $103. So if price does go up following earnings, I feel like $100 is pretty reasonable. Also, that being a psychological level. So that's a pretty big upside. But if it does pull back, look for $75 to be acting as support, and maybe that is a great dip buying opportunity before revisiting, some of these prior highs that we've seen, like back here in 2020 in October when we saw a high of $315 per share. But, those are just my thoughts. If you found them helpful, make sure you like the video, share your thoughts in the comments down below, and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the morning. Take care.